Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome. We're going to wait for like 2-3 minutes so everybody can join, then I'll start today's analysis.
السلام عليكم.
Wa alaikum assalam, bro. Alhamdulillah, bro. How are you
Did you see
doing?
how low Solana went?
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat again?
Yeah, did you see how low Solana went?
Yes, bro.
Holy,
Is it you, Nasim?
yeah.
Yeah. I told you about Solana, by the way. That's why we had to exit again after
Oh
the
yeah.
entry.
The
Everything,
one,
bro, everything is down.
but it did reach a demand zone, and it did react to it.
Yes, you're right. But the thing is, it was a weak demand, so I will show you in a while. But first, I think we should go and start today's meeting in the name of Allah, the most merciful. So the topic for today is, are we in a bear market? Because every other day that we were doing analysis, we were buying and selling Bitcoin. But now, if we are truly in a bear market, what should be our approach? We will need to change the way we were doing things for a very long period of time since the dip in 2022, December. Every time Bitcoin was making a higher low, it was a good opportunity for buying and it was good for trading. That's why, because alts followed the path of Bitcoin, it was also good to trade altcoins as well whenever it was happening. But when Bitcoin breaks the trend line and it becomes weakened, then we should not expect the same results. We should maybe expect few altcoins to make the moves whenever Bitcoin comes and makes a support. So let me give you guys first an example of how uh, the market goes. You see, every time the market rallies, we make a higher low, then we try to buy the higher low and trade that. But if we go, let me accept more people. So if we go on a bear market or in a bear trend, we will need to change our approach. Every time we were buying these places and the return in altcoins were actually great. But if we break a trend line and the market behaves this way, then this will be the structure of Bitcoin, but not for the altcoins. The altcoins won't give you a structure like this. They will give you a structure like, let me show you. So these are the altcoins, okay? These are the altcoins. Like something crazy that every time they make a very small pullback like this, then they fall aggressively. So we cannot actually trade them, or we cannot find a good demand zone because they will not come to their higher levels just because Bitcoin tries to go. It doesn't mean all of them will, because simply to put it is because there won't be any enough liquidity, and a lot of people in bear markets they leave the market, especially the retail traders, and only those that they can afford and they believe in Bitcoin and crypto, they will have money and they will be investing, and the market will be reacting the same way unless Bitcoin goes back into uh, like it breaks the bearish structure. Like if it's going in a uh, trend like this, and a bear trend, once it breaks it, then you can expect the altcoins to give you the same performance as Bitcoin. Then those will be better at those points. But at these times, no. So one possibility that I was talking about is this, because every single time Bitcoin goes below the support and comes and reacts to the lower demand level, which from that the price reacts aggressively, then we can expect to buy Bitcoin at those prices, but we need to be sure. But at this point, you can see whenever, didn't I tell you guys, whenever a price becomes so predictable for everybody to see, the market doesn't behave that way. It goes against it. So we had this trend line. People again tried betting so much here that we're going to go up, but you can see that it's being broken while we're talking. There is another way to put this trend line as well. Let me show you guys. I have some more analysis of the same chart, which is this trend line. Even for this one, it's broken, or it's being broken, so it will be confirmed once the price comes as low as this much, then retests here, then it can actually drop lower. Brother, can you mute yourself for now? We can talk after I finish the analysis, okay? So this would make sense if we are truly in a bear market. Bitcoin will try to reach here, maybe by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Whatever it does, altcoins will suffer a lot. That's why the approach that we're going to take after this, every single time Bitcoin reaches a level of demand, we will try to, for example, let me show you. Whenever it comes down, we can trade this scenario, but with a very cautious, uh, by being very cautious and taking these trades and exiting immediately with a very good risk management, we will still be able to make money in the bear market. Okay, so we will take these trades, like buying at these lower lows, selling lower highs. All this time that we were doing, what we were doing is we were buying higher lows. So whenever Bitcoin was making a new high, we were waiting for it to come down. We were buying the higher low, then it was going up, then we were buying higher low. But now the approach will be different. We will be buying lower low and selling a lower high, which we cannot trust it the same way we were doing in a bullish trend. So need to be very careful. Another way to think about it is that if Bitcoin still maintains these levels and above 100K, there still could be a chance that by the end of this month, by the end of November, once they end quantitative tightening, money will again flow back into the crypto space, because they will again start printing money. So another way to put it is this trend line. Still, you can see the point of break is right here. Still, Bitcoin needs to go above $110,000 for now. Previously, it was 112,000. We lost that level. Now it's 107 to 110,000 that the price should go above it. Then we can buy the retest, then it can shoot higher. Otherwise, it won't. And I did tell you guys immediately to sell back Bitcoin right at 116,000 again, because of the local top. And what does that mean? For me, it's a very big deal to call these prices, because first of all, we are in the top of the market. Secondly, just by guessing, we cannot be sure. But what we can do is, if we actually know the structures of the market, if we are in the market every day for a very long period of time and with experience, we will be able to see these. How was I able to see it? First of all, there was no breakout at this point. So let me tell you guys, so next time you can also do the same. Take a look at this. The first time Bitcoin came here, we sold, we took profit. Then I had my line drawn. The nearest resistance that turned into support, we bought here. Then again, we sold back this resistance because it was not broken. A breakout to confirm a new price, uh, it should be something like this, very aggressive, big breakout candle, then a retest, then a continuation. Always it happens the same way. Then there is a logic which I'm going to tell you very soon. So bear with me. First time it came here. Second time, again we sold. It fell below, but this time again we traded 112,000, but because there was a level on lower time frame and we could not reclaim this level, we sold it again. Then the price fell below. Then we bought this level of demand at that time, okay? Then the price went again, but because it couldn't reclaim this level again, we sold it again. Then we bought the same level of demand because it stopped here. There is no breakout below as well, something like this. It hasn't happened, right? Then the price reacted the same way. Now this time the price went again to 125. We started selling from 122 to 125. I didn't wait for an extra price to go up because it simply makes sense that if it is broken, we would let it break, then when it comes down, we will load here, then it can go higher. Isn't this a better approach to take in the market, to let the breakout actually happen? And at that time, I saw no breakout. First signal for me was this candle close. That's why we took profit. Then again, you can go exactly on these dates, first, second, third, even 25th of September at these prices where we bought, and when it went here, you can check all the videos. The evidence is there and how we did it. Now, when it reached here, we took profits, took profits, took profits. Even before this fall, what did we do here? I again had the courage to come and trade this level, which was actually very scary, but I still did it, which was this support. Once the price fell right below, we bought it here right after the closing, and when it came here and it could not break, we sold immediately, which was like around 1%, and I didn't even count that in winning. I was like, leave this. So many trades that we did on Bitcoin, I didn't count it as a profit because it was just 1%. Or you could, if you couldn't see the price immediately, you would either close and break even or you would close and loss. So that was not counted. And what I was waiting at that time was this level. Okay? This level was what I was waiting for. And when it fell below, I didn't buy it. Simple as that. Then I tried buying this level, which we had a wick fell below, then we had to close it back. So this was also not counted. I did try to buy this level because you don't know how far it can go, and there was no breakout still. So we still had the chance to buy, but a lot of people mess here, including me, because the exchanges were not letting anybody buy at that time. And then I was like, just leave it because we already got out. So let the market do whatever it's doing. Then later, after a few days, we bought it here. We sold it again here because this was not reclaimed. And the first time it happened here, I said this is a local top. The price fell. Then again, the second time it came here, I told you guys immediately sell it because it is again from that local top. We didn't go below. So this was the story behind how Bitcoin came from all the way up here making a new structure, and now it is breaking and going below its support line that it was holding for a very long period of time, and why we should be very cautious, because at this point altcoins are going to suffer the most. And the reason Bitcoin will not suffer is this chart, Bitcoin dominance, which I again talked so many times here, even around here, that if we go above this 60%, then if this is broken, the price will shoot. So for Bitcoin dominance, yes, it did, because a lot of people are buying Bitcoin at this point, or they're converting their altcoins to Bitcoin. That's why the Bitcoin dominates again the market, while altcoins, you can see the amount of percentage that they're losing. They're losing much more against Bitcoin. Then now we're seeing this chart rising up. And until when can it rise back? Probably it will go and retest these levels of 64 to 65 to touch this broken trend line, which it did few days ago, like at 10 October, when everything went to see bear market for a short period of time. This chart went insane high. We can see it touched here, but now because we're moving through time, we're moving this way forward, and we're also moving upward like this, we should expect it to make a retest around somewhere here, which it might be the first week of December. Then it can fall back from that price. So this is quite possible, and a lot of altcoins will go into loss. That's where we can expect the market to rebound again, and for the altcoins to rebound again. Now we will have to go and see till where can altcoins fall down, and when it goes, what should be our approach. Now the first thing you need to take a look at is ETH BTC chart, because for so many days I keep saying that it will come down, and the reason was we broke this parabolic trend line. I would have gone bullish in all the what is it? All the tokens of Ethereum, all the other coins, but if the price would have closed above this, since it didn't, now you can see that we are in a downtrend. It will keep doing this. You see? So unless we break back this blue line that I have, it will not go up. There won't be any alt season. Forget about all of them. If you're having a lot in the altcoins, try to just have it on chain. Don't keep it in exchanges, because in bear markets, if we truly are in a bear market, nobody knows if we are, but since the trend line is broken in Bitcoin, we can see that we are in a bear market. This chart, ETH BTC, is also a representation of that we are in a bear market for altcoins, but Bitcoin itself is something completely different. So what are you gonna do? Just because exchanges could go broke at these points, they run out of money, they do a lot of shady things, they are the same as the banks are, so you cannot trust the centralized exchanges. You need to be on chain. Take your money out of the exchanges, put it in your MetaMask, and forget about it for the upcoming years at least, until we go back and Ethereum tries to make a new high. That's the time you will have to move it back to the exchanges, so you can take profit, you can sell it, or you can do the same through Uniswap, through a decentralized exchange. Okay, it's very important to keep that in mind, because they can go broke. We have seen it in the past. It can again happen. There's a lot of news or maybe FUD going around the Twitter, everywhere else as well, about MEXC exchange. So I'm not sure how much that is true, but they're saying that they might just go broke. So if you have money there, move it, because I'm going to do as well. I do have money there. Okay, what's the next thing? Okay, the next thing is what will be our approach. So these four major coins that I still have on my chart: Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Dogecoin. According to how people see it, institutions, they give it a 10-year time period, or like 5 8 year time period, that if they sustain certain price levels or certain momentum or certain volume in the market, they become an asset that they call a major asset. So a major asset will be, you can always trust it, you can always invest in it, and you can be sure that in the future, even if it gets devalued, I will again be able to make money buying the depth of it and trading it in the meanwhile until it goes back, to completely recover. But everything else, you cannot trust those. You cannot trust any other altcoin. There are few other coins as well that they are fundamentally good lately, like Zcash and Tau. But still, I am not going to recommend that because they are new coins. Okay, so from the whale perspective, I am not a whale. Disclaimer alert. But I know their mindset. So from their perspective, they will they do go with a lot of money, but for a very short period of time, just to make money, just to quickly push the price up. But as soon as they're done, they will get out of it and the price tanks and comes down, be it any coin. I'm not saying that Zcash and Tau is going to do that immediately, but it is possible for them to do as well. So if you want to invest in those, invest carefully and invest responsibly. Try to mark the places of supply and demand, and whenever the price comes down, try to put a little bit of money there. Now we're going to talk about the actual bear market. If it's going to hit, every other coin is going to get destroyed, not completely, but a lot of them are going to lose 60 to 80% to 90. Even some of them, the new ones, will completely go to zero. Okay, so what are you gonna do here? First of all, avoid buying any new coin that is out there. That's the first recommendation. The second one is that if you want to invest, try to see which one is the best. So far, the best one is Bitcoin. You can trust it with large amount of money, but still, whenever you want to invest, see if you are in a point where everybody is fearful in the market, try to invest right there, because that's the point where it actually bounces, and it bounces very, very hard. As a beginner, start with Bitcoin, try to buy the depths and see for the long term. Be a long term investor. If you have an investor mindset, you actually succeed in this market, then your trading gets better anyways. You will become a good trader if you become first an investor. Then in the meantime, when you're investing, you will learn patience. You will learn that you don't have to every day come and invest or trade. You just have to come at the point that the price is down and just buy there. That's the point that the price actually bounces really hard, and it is actually profitable because there is enough room for it to go back up. Okay, then you will also, once you have your system ready and you have patience, then when you keep doing this again and again and again, this will become your whole mindset and your discipline. Then this way you have avoided gambling, you have avoided speculation, you accept that you don't know what's happening in the future, you don't want to predict it, but because the technology is such a good thing and it solves a problem, you see it from this perspective, then you say, in the upcoming years, it will be a lot, mm, like much more worthy than it is right now. I'm going to invest just because of that. Then, when you start making money with Bitcoin, your confidence goes up, your trading gets better because whenever the price goes to certain supply levels, you start taking profit there. Then, when it comes back down, then you invest again. So, you keep doing the repetition, you actually get very, very good. Now, once you get really good, you can go to Ethereum to make more money because the levels for Ethereum is good. The dump is bigger. Then when it starts rallying, it actually moves great and it gives you a lot in percentage as well. So you make a lot more profit in Ethereum, then on Solana, then on Dogecoin. Then you go like this. Then you slowly learn that, okay, I have to have these coins, I have to put this much money in them, and I don't have to overinvest. Now, if there are certain new coins, AI coin, or there is a certain privacy coin, and if they are such a worthy coin, I will allocate 10 to 20%. 20% is still a lot for beginners. Go with like 10% or 5%. From that, you still see which one is the best. Then you put more money in that. Then you get one or two or three of those altcoins. Then in total, you have like 6, 7 coins, not too much. This allows you to learn, this allows you to become an investor and take the time to actually learn about trading and investing, because a lot of people in the world, they took this approach of being an investor and they actually worked really, really hard every day on other things so they could make money, so they could invest more, so then they can multiply their money. So, crypto, like stocks, is a place where you can multiply your money if you already have. It doesn't mean you can just come and do something magically and you will earn from here. It is not possible. A lot of people, like, they ask me that, how can I earn from crypto? You cannot earn from crypto. You can wait for some airdrops of other people if you use their chain and everything, but even that comes with the cost of your time and some money. Still, that you do some activity on chain, then they give you the airdrops. But more than that, what makes you successful is, first of all, knowledge, then your strategy, your system, then your mindset, then keep repeating this again and again and again, then you will succeed. So that should be the play for the bear market. If we do go, you should think about it this way, that at the time that Bitcoin was going to 125,000, let me show you here. I wish I could have this much Bitcoin. I wish I could be buying Bitcoin. Think of the same when you were thinking when it was going up. Think of that when it was going down. Like, change your perspective. I don't know if I said it correct, but change your mindset. Like, shift it. When it's going up, take profit at the high of the market. You can see what I did here. It might look so much complicated, but it's actually not. For me, it is not, because of how much repetition I had here. You can see I have nailed almost every single move of Bitcoin here. Every single move. Because I keep marking. So, another tip, whenever you analyze the market and have your support and resistance and supply and demand levels, and you trade, mark that level right in the chart or make a journal, write the price, and say what happened in that price. It teaches you so much than any other thing. You have no idea how much you can learn. So having things like this, that this is a bull trap at the top of the market, you will only know it with a clear mind and not being attached to your money. But you will be like, you hold your hand, you don't buy, you actually sell there. That's a complete different mindset, because everybody at that time, go check it yourself, everybody, including the politicians, Donald Trump, their vice president, the whole cabinet of United States, all the exchange CEOs like CZ Binance, Brian, what is it, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, everybody was calling for $1 million Bitcoin, including Michael Saylor at the stop. But who told you to get out? There is proof of it everywhere. Go check on X that I even mentioned that I have to go outside and get a decision, which I did, alhamdulillah. But I have a deeper perspective always in the market, because I see the bigger picture of what was happening all this time. The moment Donald Trump said that there's a peace deal with Israel and what is it, Hamas, I said, if unfortunately the market will tank down. I'm happy for the peace, but I'm not happy for the situation that the market will go through. So this is what's happening. You can see that. Still, there is no peace, but that was the manipulation. And what they did it after that, they told you that we're going to put 100% tariff on China. Those are distractions. You need to see that as distraction. Then you can be sure, inshallah. Okay, so enough of my talking. Now I will allow you guys to talk. So whoever wants to talk, write first of all in the chat so we avoid overlapping of your voices. Then one by one we can talk about it, because today I will let you guys talk more than me, and I will answer all your questions. All of them.
Hey, brother, can you hear me?
Yes, brother, I can.
It's Nassim.
How are you, bro?
Doing pretty good. I have a question for you.
Sure, bro.
Well, obviously, you've traded in the previous bear market.
And the previous bear market, yes, I was there.
Okay, what are the lessons that you've learned throughout that period of time?
That all the altcoins will lose 18 to 90% of their gains.
Okay, and you think that will apply to this bear market?
Well, I can show you something very quickly. Let me open. Let me open another Bitcoin chart. Um, Let me see which one can give us more data. Let's go. This one is more accurate too. Maybe it's not allowing me to put it here. Um, I'll show you what could possibly happen. First, I should talk to you about the previous bull market. That at that time, when the bull market happened, there was like around 20 to 21,000 coins that were there in the entire universe. Now there are like 2 millions of them. So you should know how much liquidity they suck out of the market, which it shouldn't. So the reason altcoins are suffering as well at this point is because there isn't enough liquidity. So let's go and see what happened at that time and how I was able to trade. So when I first discovered, not that I discovered or something, I knew about Bitcoin from like 2018, but somehow I didn't do any research on it and I didn't trade it, nothing. I forgot about it. Maybe that's how Allah wanted it to happen because my friend so many times told me to get in, but I don't know what happened. I didn't get in. But a cousin of mine around these prices when Bitcoin was around like maybe 11 to $12,000 right here, he told me that Bitcoin is the way. I was like, what is he saying? He said go and search and learn about it. Then he told me that he bought XRP and some other coins, Ethereum. So at that point, when I came, obviously I came and bought Bitcoin. I bought Ethereum, very less amount. Then at the point that it was going up, bought Dogecoin as well. I made some good profit in Dogecoin because Dogecoin at that time went really, really crazy. Elon Musk kept tweeting about it. So what happened? First of all, if you see that when price is down and price is in demand, so what do you think? Who tried to push this price up? Were they retail traders that they came and bought these levels when Bitcoin was actually dumping? Imagine you are in 2018 and the price falls from $6,000 to $3,000, another 50% down. Who dares to buy these prices at that point? Obviously, whales and institutions and players that they either made money in the previous cycle or they came new and bought here because they knew that they are in a level of demand. I bet you there was no retail traders here. No retail trader was here. So the price came here, did a good dump, then it started rallying. Okay, now again we have a rally. You can see it here. All this move happened because all the people that they believed in it here, they bought. Now who sold here? Every single person that they bought here or in the previous times that they were in profits, they sold here. Now the price again came and found a bottom, which from this price, unfortunately, because it was my first cycle, so I want to be honest with you, I did take profit, but not as much as I should have. So let's say I made like, I had few things at that time, okay? There was a coin that I bought like $300-400 of it, and it went to $12,000 within 3 days. And if there are people, like there is a friend of mine right now in this Zoom meeting, he might remember at that time it was crazy. It was Safe Moon. So that thing was giving me $12,000, but I couldn't get it. Like I didn't take any profit from that. Then the second time, the entire portfolio went to like $20,000. Again, I made the same mistake, and I didn't take profit, and I might have taken like 1,000 or $1,500 out of that, which was around all these areas. So but the thing is that's the thing. You with crypto at that time there was so much hype in the market that everything goes up. That's why we couldn't. But then I learned my lessons when I came back at these prices. That's what I did. Every time Bitcoin went up and before it comes down, because every time it came down like this, all the altcoins came down significantly, so I had to take more profit from them than taking profit from Bitcoin that much. So I learned my lessons, and I have taken a lot of profit every time the market topped. Like this cycle, I nailed every single thing. Now, in the previous cycle, what happened? We had, let me zoom in so all of you can see the cycle before, so you can say the same thing. So I still knew the technical analysis and how it works. The first time, the first time I called the stop, like it was a local top before actually this dump, we didn't know that this much Bitcoin will go down, but I was hoping it goes so I can go and buy. Uh, the thing was that I was looking at the left and I was like, in order for the market to keep trending up, we need to keep breaking the left, right? We need to keep breaking, then there should be a pullback or a retest. Do you guys have me?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's good.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen every single time in the meetings. Anyways, so uh, this is the thing. If you know market structure, you should know in order for something to keep trending up, it needs to keep breaking the left. Then it should maintain this going up. But what was happening here, it didn't. So I saw the same thing when I saw a desktop. Then I was like, where is the nearest support? This was the nearest support. Where is the nearest demand? I was like, okay. Then well, I did buy at these prices. But the thing is, then the next time when it went up, couldn't get out everything we had because there were some things going on, like personally at that time in my life. But I did take out some of the things. When Bitcoin fell at this point, Dogecoin went down like it shoot it down. Let me show you guys. Ethereum did the same thing. So if we come back at the previous cycle, it's here. So you can see that within 1 day, are we at the right place? Where no, no, no. Here it is. So within 1 day, take a look at how much it lost within 1 or 2 days. So like 44%. And my average at that time, okay, I had bought a lot around 0.3, even like before this. So I accumulated more here than we had this run up. Anyway, so I managed to get out at these prices completely, but not fully. So I still lost a lot of gains when it was falling down. So from imagine 74, 73, I was looking at the chart. I was awake the whole night that time. Suddenly the next day I was down. Then obviously you get paranoid. Then I think I sold around 45. Then the market went down. So you can see that it lost almost all its gains by the time we reached 2023, like after 2 years. So the whole time was Dogecoin and bear market until we went back up. Now this trend line is again broken. So yeah, um, that's the thing. We weren't even at that time a lot in bitcoins because that's the thing. That's the mindset when you come new and like when you come in crypto from stocks, you don't see a lot of gains there. You suddenly become what is it? We call in Farsi nadida. So you suddenly become that, and you try to become millionaire, and you start dreaming, but then it goes beyond what you have expected. Then something else happens. So still, that's my recommendation. Be in Bitcoin 70, 80, 90% of your money. Then try with Ethereum and Solana and some other coins that they might survive and the upcoming future, because a lot of them won't. So a lot of these tokens, they will not become a medium of exchange, or they will not have a lot of other things built. So if you go deeper, you will understand that all these coins, they need to have other ecosystems around it so they can bring liquidity in. For example, for Bitcoin, it needs to become a medium of exchange for day to day, because that was the original purpose of Bitcoin, a peer to peer cash system that doesn't have any intermediary in between, and you are the owner of your keys. You're able to make the transaction 24/7. Unlike banks, it's always open. It gives you the opportunity to do this and be able to access your money anywhere in the world. So when it happens to be something like that, then at that time there will be few of them that will be at that point. But if things continue, like if there are every other coin that comes in the market, they will lose every single thing. So I again did the same thing I did in the previous cycle. For example, I went into a lot of coins, but in this cycle again I did. But what I did was differently, was that I took profit. For example, where did I actually go into this? So this is 2025. Maybe I went even before. I don't have. Let me give you another example. For example, Paul. When I started first investing in this coin, you can see that at these points, like this is one of the best AI coin. Okay? But once this happens, you understand that it wasn't. So what I did was I entered here at that time, not here. I found when I found that it was here, so I did my analysis. I saw that okay, we're still in the bull run. Then I invested here, but I did take profits here. I did a lot of take profits here. Then I kept trading all these moves, and it gave me a lot of opportunity to do. I even remember I bought this dip when it fell. But you see, it was at the time that Ethereum was healthy, Bitcoin was doing its uptrend thing. That's why we were seeing these recoveries. But now you can see that it's over since very long time. It's over for this coin. Every other day there is a new AI coin that comes, but you should understand that only the best ones and the new one and the good ones, with liquidity and with proper use case, they will survive. And who knows, maybe in the future that it will go back and you will be like, wish I bought here. But I'm not saying, it's not a financial advice to go and buy this coin here. But because I'm giving you guys as an example that because I did this, now the remaining amount that I already had in this coin, it really doesn't matter for me to completely get destroyed or go up. I will invest later on this coin after it breaks this trend. So for the next move of it, I will start investing after it maybe stops and starts accumulating here, then it breaks this trend line, then I will start investing here. But through all this time till the next year, which it looks like it might do it next year, for so many altcoins it looks like that, I will wait for these and I will not invest in it the same way. And let me show you something else. Tau bot. This one, I got in here. I took profit here. I don't know that it might go here, but I still did take profit whenever I looked that it was necessary. I took profit here. Then I took more profit here. Then when it came down, I don't know if I bought or no, but I again and again I took profit. Then just recently I again bought a little bit, which you can see that now this new money that I invested here, it is trying to go down. So if the whole market is going to go down, this will also go down back to these levels. Then you can buy it there. Anyways, you asked one question. I made it this long because it was necessary to include everything. Because we are talking mostly about altcoins in the bear market, this is the indication of what could possibly happen when we go toward the future. And these were the lessons generally talking. Now give me more questions. Nasim,
Okay, well,
how's it?
you've answered my question. Obviously, you've had great experience in the bear market, so I think I joined the right group.
Sorry, can you repeat your last sentence?
I said I think I joined the right group, the right community.
You're in the right community. Inshallah, bro. Inshallah.
Yeah.
I am trying my best to be as realist as possible, because mm, I wouldn't gain anything if I tell you something that it's not gonna work. So that's the point. We don't know what happens in the future, but we can react on what we see in the market at present, which will determine what is going to happen in the future. That's much
Right.
more natural to buy whenever the price is low. So it's a natural thing. When things are cheap, you should buy it there, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But the thing is, it's like how, like, what are the indicators and how do you see that the price reached its bottom? That's what
Well, there's a
people
lot of
differ about.
things. One I gave you is this one, because this is the indicator of alt season. But because now we're trending back up, you can see that alt season is not happening. In order to see alt season, we should see something like this confirmed, so we can see it trending down. Then we can say, okay, we are in an alt season, and altcoins should go parabolic. This is one indication. You should not take a look at total 2 and total 3, because there has been a lot of coins in the market, so a lot of gains, and total 2 and total 3 is because of the new coins in the market. It's really that, because they also bring liquidity, but fundamentally the coins that are good, and you should actually go use it. For example, take out your money, for example, from exchange. If you have Ethereum, take it out, go to Ethereum chain and see what applications are there and how you can benefit. For example, you can stake your Ethereum to make money on Ethereum while you don't touch it. So for that, there is a way to do it. Like, you need to have 32 Ethereum. As far as I know, I haven't staked anything, but the last time I did my research, it was around 32 Ethereum, but I don't know how many are there. But some other exchanges and some other dexes, they allow you to stake one Ethereum too. So you stake your Ethereum, you say that you don't want to sell it, and they use your Ethereum for the liquidity pool, which people, what it does is it secures the network. I will inshallah explain this another time, because now you guys will get confused, and I'm also not prepared for it. So what it does is it gives you staking reward, which is actually halal. It's not like interest. It's because you try to defend the network. It gives you staking reward. You can do the same with Solana. You can stake Solana to get staking reward, which it also has the mechanism. You can stake Injective, you can stake AVAX, and these ones that have. So you should go and check it like that. When you transfer it, how long does it take for Ethereum to reach the wallet? How long it does it take for Solana to reach to that wallet? How fast are they? How cheap or expensive are they? How comfortable and easy are they? When you can answer these questions, you will understand that, okay, these will succeed in the future because they meet all these criteria, and obviously people will find it attractive because they actually solve a good, like, they solve a problem in the market. Okay, we are seeing a bounce at this point. Probably not what I am looking for, so I'm going to still wait. What do you think of this chart? If I remove everything, tell me according to how much you have learned so far from supply and demand. So take a look at daily and tell me where is the level of supply for USDT dominance.
Okay. Well, just from here, I see there's a level of supply right right above it at about 5.60. Yeah.
5.60. So this,
Yeah.
how many times it has touched? Once. This
Twice.
is the second time, right? Do you
Yeah.
think it will turn around?
If I think that's well, I'm not an expert, but it looks like it's forming a nice structure. It went up, formed a base, it went up again. So
Hmm.
it's bullish.
Yeah.
It seems to be continuing on a bullish trajectory.
If you see it on weekly, how do you see it if I put a
Okay,
trend line?
now yeah, now it's different.
It
You know,
becomes
it's different.
scary, right?
Yes, exactly.
But also it gives you what? So take a look at this. One touch, one or two touches here, another one is here, another one is here, then the next one is here. But now we need to, at least now, once we know this, we need to go to lower time frame and see how can we enter this. So it might not immediately do that. It will hover here. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But in order for us to enter, it needs to break this so we can expect everything to explode. And you can see a level of demand here after rally base rally. This should be taken out so we can expect a level of supply at 5%. Now there's another level of support that it might just bounce from here and get congested between these two prices until it actually breaks. Then we can expect this. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Otherwise, for things to really go bad, this will be the scenario for everything to go really, really bad. So the level, you can see that this level that I have marked, it didn't get fully touched, but it will. That's why I'm not touching it at the moment because I still think it should go down. Otherwise, Ethereum should go and close above this 3,700 so we can trade it to sorry, 3,700 so we can trade it to 3,900. Then if it breaks, then we will keep it to 4,200 to all-time highs. Otherwise, what it will do is it will follow this trend. It will just keep on going down. So the other scenario is that it can maybe come here, then go down. Still
Well,
possible.
okay, we have different scenarios, but um, like probability wise, uh,
Yes.
it's probably more likely to go even further down.
Yes, more likely it will go down than it will go up. So yeah. ETH BTC is also reacting.
And so
Solana,
you trade on what's more probable to happen.
yes, yes. The thing is, we will have to wait for daily. If this is a fake pump, we will know once the daily closes because it will keep giving us an opportunity. If you see it from this perspective, at this bounce came here, but now we have another level here that can take it back down. The same thing happened some days ago on Bitcoin, right here, where the price came here and it went right above this line, but because this line wasn't broken, you can see that it immediately fell. Then it fell again. Now we are back at this level. So in order for it to go up, we still need to see another confirmation. We can enter here, but that's not what I'm going to do.
Right.
Uh, then your stop loss is more like your stop loss is, it doesn't make sense. At least for now, we need to wait for
And
it to
so,
actually go below.
and what would you say is a sign that the price has reached its bottom?
Okay, we need to find the key levels. Like a key level is where the price haven't touched multiple times. So if we see, there are two ways to look at it. First of all, it's one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 times that this is broken. So unless we go above this, we cannot call it a bottom. Once it closes back above this, then I will call it a bottom. Then I can confidently come and buy it, then let it go up. One scenario, okay? The
Yeah.
second scenario is that it should come here because this is a rally. We have two bases. One is here. So we have rally base, rally base, rally again. Then all this time, it was just rallying above new prices, and in order to panic everybody that they have their stop losses here, 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 they all need to be taken out, in my view. Then we will go up again. Then the real money hits, the smart money hits on a level of demand where people were actually a lot more comfortable to come and buy and push the price from a resistance, which at that time, so you need to zoom in here why this happened. Why the price actually soared from 95,000. You can see there was a level of supply here. Why it didn't go down? Because it stayed, then it broke. We will know now that this supply has turned into a level of demand, and the
It's a
pressure
swap
of the
zone.
buyers were so much that it actually pushed the price higher, uh, and they won against the bears, because there was also another scenario there that we broke this trend line. So all the bears and the liquidity from them were out. The way was to go up. Now you can see that in lower time frame, where would you buy? Is at this point in the market. You put your trend line this way, then you can see it that okay, we are still in an uptrend, and unless this support is broken, I cannot say that it will go down. That's why you got. You see, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now later to go back to that level. If it does, then we will buy a lot there. Otherwise, we will try to avoid, because if you now see it and this trend line perspective, how many times it is touched? Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, fifth, and sixth. So many times it let people buy, but this time it trapped these many people into thinking that it will go up. I don't think they can fight this to go up again. It is almost impossible for the price to go up from this point to actually break above it. It becomes really really hard once we break a major level. We need to find a new level, so the amount of liquidity is so much that we will have a v-shaped recovery, then the price will make another formation. So if we see it until like December or next year, in order for it to go back again bullish, it needs to take a look at this craziness. It will keep playing here until it breaks this. Then we will definitely go up. Otherwise, it should be something like this. Then we will go up. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does actually. Yeah, very good. Lots of value.
Jazakallah. More questions? Anybody else? You guys don't have any questions? Let me see the chat. Where is the chat? Tau analysis, please. Tau, I did give my analysis previously. This was my analysis that you can see that it's plain. It needed to hold this so you can accumulate, but now it has fallen below. So it is giving you this scenario that the price will go back down because now we are back in the bear market. Well, let's see. The place that you should be actually buying Tau from another perspective is here. So I told you that it is take profit level, but if you want to buy again, this as the level of demand, which if it holds, then you will buy it, then you can expect it to go to the all-time high next time. Otherwise, a fall below it will crash it really hard, and who knows till where it can go. This is another perspective, but I will have to have back the chart that I had. Just put this here. Any other question? I
I have
think the
one more
guy that
question.
asked about Tao is no more here. Yes?
I'm just curious.
Sure.
I'm just curious. Have you ever traded in a lower time frame?
And lower time frame, yes, I have.
Oh, you did.
So, uh, the thing is, what I have also learned is lower time frame is much more stressful. One of the thing that you shouldn't be doing is trading lower time frame because first of all it's much more stressful. Secondly, you cannot predict every single move. There's a lot of fake out involved and manipulation because of the future traders. So let me give you an example. Even on Bitcoin, you will see that. Um, let's go, for example, um, even in 1 hour. Like now, let me show you. So if you think of it like, how are you gonna think of it? So let's say, where could you see? For example, if you say that this trend line was broken and you had to wait for a retest, where would you be buying? You can see that it didn't actually give you a chance and it went. Although, from this perspective, it did come back to this level of demand, then it went up. But the problem is that when it comes, for example, at this level, and you think that okay, it is not a breakout, then you sell, then it gives you another candle. It eventually, if you keep trading it, it will make you buy here, sell here, then you lose, then again it makes you buy around these levels, then actually it falls. So it's very, very complicated. You can see that it came back to this level of demand, then it took it so long, then it actually went higher. So it becomes unreasonable sometimes and inaccurate to trade lower time frames unless you're doing futures, which is haram. So if you build the mindset that you're able to do, and if that's what you would want to do, then you can succeed because very few people, even in futures, very few people actually succeed. And a lot of people that they are trading futures, they are part of a signal group that somebody else tells them, and because they don't have knowledge themselves, they actually fail there too. So they lose anyways. And for a spot, the only way you can see in lower time frame is if you want to keep accumulating and you're not thinking about selling, and you would sell if the price goes to another level that is key level, which gives you profit, then you can take profit there, but you still need to see the long view of it, not for the short term, because with a lot of money you cannot do that. For example, if you come with $10,000 and you say that in short period of time I want to trade this level, you can. If you come right here, put your stop loss right below it, and you get out if the candle's body closes below this, so you will get out here like 1 or 2%, then you can see that these near levels are very much tight, and how much you want to gain from it, like 1% to 3%. You can do that, but that's not what I want to do. You can do that if you really get good at trading. Do
Well,
you agree?
I don't think I'll get good at trading anytime soon. I need more lessons first.
Inshallah, once we do the whale order flow, there will be the places that I will show you the fake outs, the liquidity zones. Um, then we will include a few things together. Um, Inshallah, we will learn a lot there as well. It will be just a lot back testing more than anything else, because there is a way to see the whale order flow, but that will be like we are going to see where the whales are actually accumulating, which is an indicator that we will have to purchase. But I still don't recommend doing that. Um, this approach that I have taken so far has worked perfectly. So I will try to keep backtesting in that for you guys, so you learn there. And are you going to be in the event tomorrow?
Yes, I've signed up for it. Yeah, yes, actually. How's it going? Can
Okay,
you hear me?
so yes, I can. Sorry, you must have said something. I was trying to reply somebody at the meantime.
Yeah, I said
What's
I will be joining that event.
you will be okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, at this point, if we are in a bear market, things might look a little bit not so attractive. But inshallah, this will pass. All the bear market would go. If we go down, we will get some good levels in Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana. That will be a good opportunity. If not, if the price rebounds again, the allocation that we already have will go into a lot profit, inshallah. Um, I think that is the summary of everything that we did today. So whoever hasn't joined the course, it is highly recommended for you to study. You can study from anywhere else, but if you think our approach is ethical and halal and you can learn from it, you can join us and our community. If you find this video useful, share it with your friends and family so they can learn as well. Like the content so it reaches to more people, uh, those who have subscribed, and yeah, subscribe to the channel as well. Support the channel, support the halal community that we have, because this is the only community and it takes a lot of effort to bring all these content for you. So appreciate it if you want to. If not, that is again up to you. um, all praise and thanks is again uh, for Allah, and it all goes back to Him. So I'll see you guys inshallah next time. Have a good day. Take care.